Okay guys, this is Unit 8 test, geometry and measurement. I want to remind you to use your mathematics charts for your formulas and conversions throughout this. You can pause this test at any time in order to be able to work a problem out, repeat it, and you can scroll back and forth to be able to listen to a question several times. Number 1, Susan was having a special dress made. It required a ½ yard of white cloth, 2 yards of purple cloth, and 1 yard of gold cloth. How many feet of cloth were needed for the dress? Number 2, Mr. Perez has 5 items from each of the Number 2, Mr. Perez has 5 items that each has a different mass, as shown below. Which 2 items have a mass of 9,000 grams? F, the DVD player and the football. G, the DVD player and the roller skate. H, the DVD player and the bowling ball. Or J, the DVD player and the textbook. Number 3. The figure below shows a rectangular prism partially filled with unit cubes that fit the length, width, and height of the prism. Which is the volume of the prism in cubic units? Number 4. The diagram below shows the classifications of some triangles, first by angles and then by sides. The number 1, 2, and 3 represent the types of triangles missing from the diagram. Which list shows the types of triangles represented by the numbers 1, 2, and 3? F, obtuse, 2, scaling, 3, equilateral. G, 1, equilateral, 2, obtuse, 3, scaling. H, 1, obtuse, 2, equilateral, 3, scaling. J, not here. Number 5. If each cube is 1 cubic unit, which rectangular prism has a volume of 210 cubic units? 6. A figure 1 below represents a box shaped like a rectangular prism. Figure 2 shows some of the unit cubes that were placed in the box. How many more unit cubes can be placed in the box to fill it? Number 7. Sally is making a cleaning solution out of soap and water. There is 4 times as much soap in her solution. If she used 2 gallons of water, how much soap did she use? A, 8 quarts. B, 8 pints. C, 2 quarts. D, 2 pints. Number 8. A square can be described as a quadrilateral with 4 congruent sides and 4 congruent right angles. According to this information, which diagram correctly classifies a square? Number 9. Miss Ross needed a box for his tools. He knew that the box had to be between 100 cubic units and 150 units. Which dimensions represent a toolbox he could use? Number 10. Mr. Gomez wanted to put a fence around his garden as shown below. He bought 62.345 meters of fence. After completing his project, how many meters of fence did Mr. Gomez have left? Number 11. The figure below shows centimeter cubes placed on a grid. These cubes form the base of the rectangular prism. Which of the following shows the volume of the prism if 3 more layers are added on top of the base? A, 64 cubic centimeters, because 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. B, 48 cubic centimeters, because 12 times 4 is 48. C, 36 cubic centimeters, because 12 times 3 is 36. D, not here. Number 12. Kara has a set of figures as shown below. Which diagram shows how Kara could classify these figures based on their attributes? Number 13. The model below is a rectangular prism built with unit cubes. What is the volume of this model in cubic units? Number 14. Sarah has a cube with a volume of 2,197 cubic centimeters. What square represents the faces of Sarah's cube? I'm going to repeat number 14. My computer went off. Sarah has a cube with a volume of 2,197 cubic centimeters. Which square represents the faces of Sarah's cube? Number 15. The diagram below shows the classification of two-dimensional figures. The numbers 1, 2, and 3 represent two-dimensional figures missing from the diagram. Which list shows the two-dimensional figures represented by the numbers 1, 2, and 3? A. Number 1, parallelogram, 2, trapezoid, 3, square. B. 1, trapezoid, 2, parallelogram, 3, square. C. 1, trapezoid, 2, square, 3, parallelogram. D. 1 parallelogram, 2 square, 3 trapezoid. Number 16. The rectangle below has a perimeter of 33 feet. What is the width, x, of the rectangle? Number 17. A thermos held 2,500 milliliters of water. How many liters of water did it hold? Number 18. Ted built a rectangular prism using centimeter cubes. When he finished, he saw that the length, the width, and the height of the figure had the same number of cubes. The volume was 125 cubic units. Which figure below shows the base of the prism? Number 19. The diagram below shows the classification of some of the triangles, first by sides and then by angles. The numbers 1, 2, and 3 represent the types of triangles missing from the diagram. Which list shows the types of triangles represented by the numbers 1, 2, and 3? A. 1 isosceles, 2 obtuse, 3 right. B. 1 obtuse, 2 isosceles, 3 right. C. 1 right, 2 obtuse, 3 isosceles. D. Not here. Okay, guys, we're at our very last question, number 20. Terry's mom is letting her paint one wall of the bedroom purple. The shaded portion of the figure below shows the dimensions of the wall she will paint. If Terry does not paint the door, what is the area of the wall she will paint? Record your answer and fill in the bubbles on your answer document. Be sure to use the correct place value. Remember that you can go back and listen to as many questions as you want, as many times as you want. Remember to use your chart and your formulas to answer each question.